up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy, and we're here to present you our NBA morning shoot around for Wednesday, April 24th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our MLB, NBA, NFL videos. And if you haven't come and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So, hey, what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm like still like coming down a little bit. This is one of the craziest nights I've seen in sports that I can remember in a long time. Watched Dame knock down that crazy three to win the game, and then I kind of watched a little bit of it. And I hate how TNT always like right away shows the highlights. Like I just watched the game, I don't want to see the highlights. So
Right.
I flipped it to the Sharks game because the last time I had seen it, they were down 2-0. So I didn't know what was going on in that. So I flipped it over there, and they were down 4-0, and watched them score 4 goals in 5 minutes and then win it in overtime, like the craziest hockey game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, man. Hey, it was crazy night tonight in sports for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm ready to talk some basketball. We got two teams that are basically, holding on for dear life, trying to, just fight to another game and give themselves a chance. And that's really where we're at on this slate. Real quick, before we do jump into it, if you guys don't mind, please take that quick second, click the like button down below. Helps me out. Really, really appreciate that from you guys. And hey, man, if you guys haven't checked out the site, man, make sure and check it out. We got, a ton of content every day for MLB, NBA. We got MMA, on the weekends, PGA, NASCAR as well. A ton of stuff. Got NHL as well. So, hey, check it out, dfscheatsheet.com. And let's go, man. Let's jump into this first game. First game we're going to go with is going to be the Utah Jazz going into Houston to face the Rockets. This game has the 212 over under, and Houston's favored by 8.
Yeah, really quick. I've gotten a lot of messages from people on our chat. There's a little chat box at the bottom right of the page. You can go on there, and I've seen a lot of messages come into that where people are asking about results, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you want to see results, hop into our Discord chat. Results get posted all the time by people who are using the tools, reading the articles. Our Discord chat is going crazy right now with people posting results of what they did with the optimizer, with reading the articles, with our cash game lineups, etc. So you can also right now sign up for a VIP membership that's $39 a month and get 3 days free. So it's free for 3 days. You won't pay anything for signing up for it. If you don't like the membership, cancel. If you love it, like you will, then you'll keep it and you'll get charged $39. But if you want to see results, you want to see what's going on, get in the Discord chat. That's my best recommendation. There's a tab that's called results. Click on it. You can see all kinds of results. So having said that, let's talk about Utah and Houston.
Yeah, man, for sure. So go ahead and get us started with the Jazz side of things, bro.
Yeah, man. This game's going to be, to me, about the defense Ricky Rubio and Rudy Gobert can play, and if Donovan Mitchell can hit shots. I think those are the 3 guys you're going to load up. If you're looking for a secondary play, it's Jay Crowder. Royce O'Neal, a guy that, they've been looking to get him some extra run here. To me, am I wrong, or is Joe Ingles like the missing man in this series?
Yeah, no, he's the guy that I was still disappointed the other day. I played him, and he's one of their he's probably there. He's in their top 4 best players, probably their 3rd best player on the team. And yeah, he hasn't done nothing.
The matchup is not good for him with your boy PJ Tucker. I think that's kind of got a little bit to do with it. I mean, I know PJ Tucker's listed as a power forward, but he's kind of the.
Hey, bro, as much as I don't want to admit this, bro, you know how much I hate PJ Tucker, bro. I hate PJ Tucker with a passion. But, bro, the dude's been playing very well in this series for sure, bro. And he's playing 38 minutes a game. He's playing a lot of minutes.
I love PJ Tucker, man. I think the dude is just a grinder. He's got an unbelievable shoe collection. I'm a sneaker freak. You know that.
Right.
And I think he's just a cool dude. I like PJ Tucker. But look, that's where it's at. It's about the defense of Ricky Rubio. It's about the defense of Rudy Gobert, and it's about Donovan Mitchell knocking down shots. That's exactly what happened in Game 4. Utah was going absolutely crazy, and I mean that from the arena. They're not going to have that environment. They're not. They're going to be looking to try to get a game to go back home. That's what you're doing. Win one game right now and try to go back home. So it's going to come down to that. To me, there's 4 guys you play. You could also take a look at Derrick Favors. I don't know how many of you guys watched that game last night, but something very interesting down the stretch in that game was Rudy Gobert was off the floor and Derrick Favors was playing bully. And really, I know you were watching it because you had Harden. You were trying to take down a tournament. Derrick Favors bullied everybody. Houston could not get a rebound. They couldn't. There was a couple of times in that game down the stretch where they got 3 offensive possessions because they had 2 offensive rebounds by Derrick Favors just bullying people and getting the basketball. So Favors is the 5th guy. I think all 5 guys are in play. Obviously, if this is a 2-game slate, so you have to build multiple lineups, and those are the 5 guys that I think you look at.
Yeah, I mean, before I jump into Houston, I mean, you mentioned the other day I was so close to a takedown. I was like, I think 7 points away. To start the 4th quarter, had 10 minutes to go with James Harden to get me 7 fantasy points for the takedown. Come on, bro. That's a no-brainer, right? That's what we both thought. And, man, dude got 3.5 fantasy points the whole 4th quarter. I felt like he didn't even want to play. Like he wanted to lose so he can go back home and they can finish at home. That's how I was feeling. He took 2 shots in the 4th quarter, frustrated me, but I definitely expect this game to be a bounce back game. I expect Houston to win this game at home, close out the series. Utah just doesn't have the firepower to really match Houston. And Matt Mitchell, he had a really good game last game. Rubio had a really good game last game. But the thing is they need these guys to have incredible games over and over to have any chance in this series. And they had 1 good game before. I don't expect them to really be able to do it back-to-back games. I expect Houston to close out. I mean, you can look at all 5 starters. I had Chris Paul on my core play the other day. I just felt he was too cheap. And sure enough, he went off, and I think he got – let me check. He got 53 fantasy points. He killed value. He was only 7.8. I go back to that 8.1 still very fair. Obviously, James Harden didn't play. Eric Gordon, he's playing a ton of minutes, and he's getting 15 shots. And I know he hasn't had no crazy good games, but – the minutes are there. That's what I want to mention. 37 in back-to-back games. He's getting 15 shots. He can get 30 fantasy points and just scoring if he gets hot. And he can get you 40 fantasy points. I like his price tag of 4.8. We talked about PJ Tucker, 6,000, and the price tag's up, but he's playing 35 to 37 minutes. I think you can look at him. He's more of a GPP play for me at 6,000 price tag, though. And then you got Capella, man, 7,700. He's having a tough series. He's the guy. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Capella can have a good game any game. He's just that good of a player, but I'm not really feeling him. Against Utah and Gobert, he's struggling against Gobert. He struggled a little bit against Favors. So I mean, he's the guy. I don't know how much I'm really looking at, but you definitely got to consider him in some lineups. The fact that it's a 2-game slate, he's just not my favorite play at center. But yeah, all 5 starters are in play, and that's really where I'm at. They're all playing heavy minutes. I'm not even going to look at the bench at all. I tried to play Kenneth Reed the other day. I gave him a chance, and he just didn't pan out. They're not getting no minutes. Past 2 games, 9 and 5 minutes. That starting rotation is pretty significant minutes right now. So I'm just going to stick with the starters, and I kind of move on.
Cool.
Next game we're going to go with, final game of the night. It's going to be the Clippers going into Golden State to face the Warriors. This game is a 235 over/under, and Golden State's favored by 14. And are you with me? You expect this series to be closed out tomorrow?
It should be.
Yeah,
it should be.
I think both of these teams close out tomorrow.
If I had to bet on it, right, and take a huge flyer, I would take a flyer with the Clippers stealing 1 more.
Okay.
I just don't have any faith in well, 1, the odds are probably better for that to happen in the first place, but 2, I don't have any confidence in Utah playing in Houston in that environment. I don't. Donovan Mitchell hasn't got there yet as a player where he has
right. Okay, so
ice water in his veins.
I have a question for you, all right? So I know this may sound kind of stupid, but to me, it's not really that stupid, okay? So right now, at this very, very point in time, who's a better player, Lou Williams or Donovan Mitchell? Right now.
Lou Williams.
Okay. Hey, I agree with you. I'm just asking because I know some people will be like, "You guys are crazy saying Lou
Yeah,
Williams is better than Mitchell," but he's just
well,
a seasoned
like
player. He's a
like
seasoned
just
player.
just like who's the better player, right? Like who's the better player? Lou Williams is the better player. Who's
Yeah,
the most talented of the two? Obviously, Donovan Mitchell's more talented than Lou Williams, but Lou Williams is an established player. It's like you could almost here's the thing: you can't compare him though because one guy starts and one guy comes off the bench for the majority of his career. One guy's been a sixth man.
but
Um,
he gets started minutes though.
no, yeah, he does, but rotationally he's a sixth man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He's a Terrence Ross, right? He's a better version of Terrence Ross, but the comparison is like asking who's better, Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams. You know what I'm saying? Because they're that far different. There's that much of a difference in their career, and Jamal Crawford was a better Lou Williams.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But yeah. So, um, hey, handle the Clipper side for us.
So look, this game's going to come down to one thing, and I just want to pop up Bogut. I know you have. I want to talk about Bogut really quick. I know you have the Warrior side, but Bogut had a huge game, right? He had a huge game in his last game, and what I had said going into that is he's the best pick and roll center in basketball. He is. He's the best screener in basketball, and that's what this game is going to come down to. It's going to come down to, do the Clippers have an answer for that? They don't. They don't have a real center. They have Montrezl Harrell, who's really he's their bruiser. So look, you load up. To me, there's two playable Clippers. Really, it's Lou Williams. Actually, three: Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and Galigius Alexander. And it's that simple. And move on with your day.
Yeah, no, for sure. The main guys. On the Warrior side, I mean, obviously you got to look at Curry, you got to look at Durant. If I had to choose, I probably would go with Curry over Durant. I mean, Curry's the best player on this team. The guy puts up, takes 10, 15 threes a game and makes 8 or 9. Like he puts up points so quick. But I like both of those guys. Both of them definitely are in play. And then you got to look at Klay, 6.7. We always talk about he's a pretty automatic play when he's 7,000. So at 6,700, we gotta like him. He's getting his shots. He's getting a ton of shots. Outside of one. Last game, he picked it up, 32 points, but he's playing his minutes, and that's what you got to like. Definitely he's a shooter. He's going to be a little bit up and down, but I think he's going to get it going this game. Had a couple of rough games, picked it up last game. I expect him to continue it. I like him at a 6.7 price tag, and, he hasn't been getting those secondary stats. That's really what's been going on with him. He's been kind of – what's going on with him, bro? I feel like he's been like a little bit out of the game.
Who are you talking about?
Klay.
I'm sorry, bro. I was caught up in our chat.
Oh, no problem. No, because I know what I'm saying though is like, for example, though, I mean, like the 3 games before last game, only 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Like he wasn't even like really playing. Like he was just standing in the corner all game or something.
Because here's the deal, right? And not to get too far off on a tangent, but from a basketball perspective, you have a guy on the floor in Andrew Bogut who, to me, is undisputably the best screener that has ever played the game. This guy's phenomenal, and what makes him so good is not only he's just a good screener, period. He has Steph Curry, right. So like, tell me in the history of basketball a center who was that good of a screener who had that good of a shooter playing with him. So when Boogie's playing, they run more, and Boogie can get out and run, and the spacing is completely different because you can't double team anybody, right? So you don't have to set screens and do all this stuff, because if Boogie's a threat on the 3-point line, it creates all kinds of spacing, and then they move the ball so well. That's their number one trademark, is ball movement. Then you've got Klay over there sitting in the corner, and we know, we've talked about it all year, Klay, the game he scored like 57 points, he took like 11 dribbles. I mean, how crazy is that, right? He scores 50-some points, it takes 11 dribbles. So my point is, when you've got a high screen and roll guy with Bogut, you've got Curry who's knocking down shots, and the 2 ball handlers from a usage standpoint are Durant and Curry. They're not Klay Thompson. So to me, I get Klay Thompson, and I'm the first one to say if his price is in this range to load him up. But with Bogut going to get so many minutes, I know they're saying that, look, they're going to split the minutes between Bogut and Bell and Looney, etc. They're not. Those guys are going to come in and mop up time tomorrow night when this game's over in the midway through the third quarter, because Steph Curry's going to light it up. He's the guy you pay up for tomorrow.
That's what I said for sure.
Load up Andrew Bogut, because Andrew Bogut will have assists and he will have rebounds.
Yeah, no, hey, we're on the exact same page. Like I said, I mean, on the Warriors, the main guys you target is going to be Curry. Obviously, he's my favorite play as well. You can look at Kevin Durant. You can look at Bogut. I think that they're really good options. And then, GPP plays, you can look at Klay Thompson. You can look at Draymond Green. Both of them can get you 6, 7X any night. So I think that they are in play. But that's really it, man. There's not really too many bench guys. There's getting a ton of minutes. If you feel this game is going to get crazy out of hand and you feel comfortable, maybe in a couple of lineups you could throw a Quinn Cook if you think he's going to play the whole fourth quarter at a bare minimum price tag at drop spot play. But yeah, man, I'm just really sticking with the starters, and Steph Curry is going to be the main target. And that's really it, man. 2-game slate, quick and easy.
This is not a one-off slate, right? This is not a one-off slate. This is a 3 to 4 man stack slate, because that's the way this is going to go. And there's a lot of correlation on this slate, and that it's not like a traditional one like tonight. I mean, look at tonight. Tonight's top NBA lineups had 4 Trailblazers in them. They had, I think, all the top 20 lineups. I've got one of them too that I think was 17th. So from there up, you've got Harkless, Aminu, Enes Kanter, and Dame Lillard paired with Russell Westbrook. So it's not the kind of night where in these playoffs, just from a building standpoint, it's now you start stacking. It's not one-off time.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. I agree with you. So, hey, man, that's it. That's all we got for you guys. 2 games wrapped up. Tomorrow we'll be back with our NBA core plays. We have a couple other NBA videos, got about 5 or 6 MLB up, every single day. So check them out, dfscheatsheet.com. Get yourself your 3-day trial. Nothing to lose. Join the money team. Hey, later, guys. Peace out.